I figured I would ask for this to give me a simple plan to overcome my laziness and procrastination because I feel stuck right now. So I'm going to go through the AI prompts to see what I can accomplish. So, what's behind the procrastination? Is it fear of failure? Most definitely, I would say that there are times where I feel inadequate, times where I have a sense of self doubt. There are times where I feel paralyzed, where I feel stuck. Paralyzed mentally, not physically, although being mentally paralyzed can lead to you feeling physically paralyzed. And feeling overwhelmed, at times, I would say overwhelmed by the enormity of what I would like to accomplish. And I know the answers. I know the answers intellectually, but there's a difference between knowing what to do and being the person who can put that into action. So, lack of interest at times, there are times where I believe the feeling overwhelmed makes me feel as though, you know what, I shouldn't even bother. And I know that's strange because I'm an extremely determined person. So, understanding the why, that's definitely helpful. That's definitely helpful to ask these questions. Am I getting enough rest? I would say more or less yes, although I would definitely say I'll strive to get at least 7 hours. I would say I'll aim for 7 hours. Sometimes I get six, 6.5. I would say that that could be a good start. That could be a good start to aim for 7 hours, for example. So, cool. Breaking it down into small steps, I would say a small step could be recording this so that I could see why exactly am I feeling this way. Even doing work in that regard is beneficial. The 2 minute rule, I've never seen that before, but that could be something that I could utilize, even if it means washing a few dishes in the sink, for example. So, a daily to do list, I don't normally do that, or I should say, I don't do that consistently. I'll definitely do that. Time blocking. I do have a schedule. However, I don't break it down in 15-minute increments. That could be a good idea. Distractions. I would say that's probably number one. Even being on the phone, I love technology. It's great. It's wonderful. There is so much out there to consume and enjoy. However, that can definitely be a distraction. So, yes, putting the phone on silent. It's funny too because even with work, we have to use two-factor authentication. So we have to have the phone handy to punch in the code to gain access. So it's interesting how the technology has become intertwined in our lives more and more. With that said, that's no excuse. I can make that happen. Building momentum, even recording this is building momentum just to complete the video. And how I'll reward myself is I'll make some dinner, which I was about to do anyway, but this will definitely reinforce positive behavior. I've been reading about the Pomodoro technique as far as focused burst of 25 minutes. Knowing myself, I would probably just round it off to 30 minutes and then a short break. I'm going to give that a shot. A positive mindset. I will definitely be kind to myself. I understand I'm not the only one who's dealing with this sort of thing or who doesn't deal with it at times. So, progress, not perfection, that's a big one. Even in recording this video, I'm thinking to myself that if I misspeak, I need to scrap it and start over, and I know that that hinders my progress. Visualizing success, I definitely do that. And in the midst of visualizing success, I also need to remember to focus on one thing at a time as far as that particular task so that whatever I'm focusing on doesn't seem overwhelming. And yes, consistency is key. So it's not just about recording this video, it's about what I do next. And then after that, and then after that, however, I need to focus on those things in increments and listening to my body. I did that today, actually. I took a personal day, so that's amazing. And then, last but not least, I do not ask for help. I definitely find myself striving to be the strong, silent type as a man, and that definitely serves its purpose. There's a time and place for everything. And what's interesting, in addition to talking to a friend or family member or a professional, we live in these days and times where we can even utilize AI. And by the way, AI is nothing more than data. It's a large language model. It's data. So this is an answer that's been curated and a computer that curates it like a Google search on steroids. So that's essentially what AI is. That's just as an aside. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and put this to action. Thank you for listening.